Hello, first grade. This is an exciting video because we are finishing up your really cool Larry the Snake lines that you've made. We are making our snakes' homes today, and we are going to, remember when we painted the grass green in the last video? Well, now that it's all dry, now we're going to go in and we're going to do those finishing touches. We're actually going to do something called weaving. We're going to put our snakes into the grass, literally, today. So I'm so excited to show you. If you need any help, please feel free to message me, contact me, and I'll gladly explain more in depth if needed. All right, first grade, you got this. Let's take our time. Even though we see the finish line in the distance, we still need to take our time and make it the best it can be, because these final moments are the moments that really count. All right, let me show you how we're doing this today. All right, artists, here is my example. I have colored on my painted paper with my crayons. You can use whatever coloring materials you have. And I put my snakes, I made the grass more like a garden. I've added flowers and vines and leaves. Other students in the classroom have added rocks because they've told me that they've seen snakes like to go under rocks, or fallen colored leaves to go with fall. I've had students put little insects in the grass with the snake. It is up to you. But you can see how we're actually going to be putting the snakes into our paper and cutting into our paper to make it really look like grass. So let me show you how to do these steps. So the first thing I did is I took my green paper and I folded it in half, and then I drew 5.5-inch lines on one side of the paper, and they're each about 1 inch wide. Yours will probably be a little different if you're doing it at home, and that's okay. But you want to make sure that your paper is folded kind of like an alligator mouth. The first step you're going to do after you have all that prepared and ready to go, a loved one can help you with that. You are going to draw your garden on here, keeping in mind that your snake might overlap some of these. So you want to make sure that you draw your flowers kind of big. I like to draw flowers out of shapes in different lines that I know. I'm going to fill mine up with flowers, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done and what then your next steps are. Alright, artists, so I colored mine in. You can do more, you can do less. It's up to you. The second step is I'm going to cut in the zigzag line, the spiky line on the top of my grass. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut not too deep, because I don't want to go to these lines here. Little triangles out of my paper. So I can show you that a little bit closer up. Cut in little triangles. Now, if that's too tricky to do it that way, you're more than welcome to draw your zigzag line on the back of your paper and cut it out then. To follow your lines like so. And then when that is done, then I can go on to my third step. My third step is going to be cutting the line. So I want to make sure I have this folded in half, like so, almost like it's a book or like it's a gator's mouth, just like that. And you are going to cut down the lines that you made. Then when that's done, I can open it up and then you'll see the strips to put my snakes into have been made. So now I can take my snakes and I want to make sure I have them go in different directions, different lengths in, so it makes my eye is someone that's looking at their piece can look here and there and everywhere and always find something fun and interesting to look at. And we're going to do something called weave. We're going to merge these and intertwine them together, weave the snakes into these strips. So I say a little tune to help me remember what I'm doing. I go under, over, under, over. So I'm going to go under one strip, over the next, under that strip, over the next, like a pattern, under, over, under, over. And I want my snake to be kind of right there, down. I'm going to have that one there. Now I can move in another snake. I want it to go in the other direction. And I'm going to do the same thing, under, over, under, over. And when I have my snakes where I want them to go, I can flip over my paper, take some tape, and I can tape down the backs of my snakes so they don't slither off my paper and away. Awesome, artists! Great listening. I hope this was enjoyable for you and taught you an awful lot. And if you have by chance been making these Larry the Lion snakes and you weave them into grass yourself at home, please feel free to send them my way. I would love to see it. And if it's okay with you, I would love to share it in the art gallery. Great listening, artists.